Oh, right. Do you want to do that one?
Hello, everybody.
Do it again.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
My name is Darren.
I'm Graham.
And I have watched the Adjustment Bureau, but you haven't.
You sound bored as hell.
Well, I've seen the Adjustment Bureau. It's not boring. It's not boring. I actually quite enjoyed it.
I was going to say your blog sounded quite excited about it.
Well, I wrote a blog about it. Would you like me to tell you the story of the Adjustment Bureau?
I think I already know it.
Do you?
Yes.
Go
on. There is a team of people.
Yeah.
Employed by possibly God.
Possibly.
And basically people have rented organs.
No.
Adjustment Bureau.
Are you thinking of Repo Men?
Yes.
Well, you were wrong to think that. Basically, you've got Matt Damon, who is running for presidency, and you've got Emily Blunt, who's just a girl. I think she wants to be a dancer. That's what she wants to be. She wants to be a dancer.
She could be a dancer.
She could be a dancer. Although I heard that they had to CG her face onto a dancer for this film. That's like the modern day Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He used to chop people's faces off and wear them as a mask.
Right.
Now we just CG them on. It kills less people, I hear.
Face Off and stuff like that.
I haven't seen Face Off, but I would like to see Nicolas Cage pretending to be John Travolta, who's actually Nicolas Cage. That sounds amazing. Or what was I saying? The story. I say, well, Emily Blunt is a dancer. They bump into each other. They fall in love. You know, because people fall in love in a split second. Everyone knows that.
Always happens.
That it's not like two people just gradually get to know each other and fancy each other and learn a mutual respect and common interests. They literally fall in love.
It's love at first sight every time.
Yeah, that definitely exists. Forgive my cynicism. And anyway, so Matt Damon goes into his office the next day, and everyone's frozen. Like
frozen.
Yeah.
Like with icicles.
No, just not moving.
They're frozen in time.
Yeah, they're just not moving. They're frozen. Like they look like mannequins. So and he goes to his office, and there's some people going like on the frozen people with like things like scanners.
Oh no!
And he's like, "What is going on?"
Of course.
So he runs. They chase him.
Yeah.
And they basically catch him, and they tell him the situation, which is that they are angels, sort of, but maybe not. But they are.
Aunt May, is she an angel?
Yes.
My favourite quote.
I know. Yeah. I mean, it tries to pretend it's ambiguous by going, well, they could be angels, but they could be something else.
Could they be angels?
They definitely are angels.
Right.
So, and they say, like, look, we got God, but they don't call him God, they call him the man upstairs or something, has got a plan.
Right.
And that plan involves you not being with Emily Blunt. And he's like, why? And they were like, don't ask questions. And then, just kick the thing. And they say, look, we're going to let you go, and we won't, like, kill you, but you have to just never see Emily Blunt again. And if you tell anybody about what you've seen today, we'll just come back and we'll lobotomise you and sort of take your brain out.
Why don't they just do that? Haven't they got too much to lose?
They did say that it had happened in the past, and I think the implication was that lobotomising someone's a bit of a pain in the arse, so it's easy to just threaten them.
Does it turn out easier?
Not for them, or anyone involved, because Matt Damon,
he's a wily one. He's a wily one, isn't he?
And he's in love at first sight, isn't he? He's in
That's true. He's yeah.
So
he's all hopped up on that.
Yeah, but he's got basically no sort of information about her. But it turns out that New York is a really, really small place, and these people just keep bumping into each other, and then angels are like, oh shit. I mean, the whole reason they weren't supposed to bump into each other the second time after they already had. But the angel who's guarding Matt Damon falls asleep while he's having a coffee on the bench outside. So
falling asleep while having a coffee.
I think he's going to throw the coffee in Damon's face,
right,
and stop him getting on the bus. But because he's asleep, he doesn't throw the coffee in his face. He just gets on the bus and he sits next to her. And they're like, "What are the odds?"
What are the odds? Jesus
well,
Christ.
Pretty slim apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
So
Hi.
So the whole film is just Matt Damon trying to get with this girl, whilst the angels are trying to stop him. It is based on a book by a short story, I should say, by Philip K. Dick.
Philip K. Richard.
No. Are you a fan of Philip K. Dick's works?
I think so.
Oh yeah. Could you name me one single one of the Adjustment Bureau?
Yeah. Cujo?
No, that's Stephen King, I think. Philip K. Dick did.
I'm not very good at that.
Knowledge. Philip K. Dick did the books that became the films Blade Runner, Minority Report, Total Recall. That was one of his. No, Scanner Darkly, and this.
Never heard of any of that.
No, I probably believe you. So, like all Philip K. Dick adaptations, with the exception of Scanner Darkly, I hear that this film is nothing like the book it's based on. But one of the traits that are in his stories is that of paranoia. You know, because he was a paranoid kind of guy.
Was he? So he put it
Yes.
into all his work.
Yes, well, all the ones I've seen anyway. So obviously there's a chance for this to be a good old conspiracy thriller with Matt Damon convinced that people are watching him, but it kind of makes it so obvious they are watching him that any kind of tension there, well, there isn't any. So, and there's bits that reminded me. There's a bit where he's talking to somebody. He's going, "They're watching me. They're all watching me," and they're just like, "Who are?" Like they just buy it. Like, "Oh yeah, okay." And then some guy walks in, and Damon just like proper lays him out like straight away, just poof, dead.
Really?
Yeah. So there's somebody just minding their own business. Then Matt Damon bursts in, shouting, "Everybody's watching me." A bloke in a hat walks in. Matt Damon knocks him square out, and they're just like, "Well, where should we go?" And it reminds me of that bit in Disturbia where Shia LaBeouf is saying to the girl, "Sometimes I watch you through your bedroom window and I see you looking in the mirror, and it's like, you know, you're looking at yourself and it's really nice." And she's like, "That's either the creepiest thing I've heard or the most romantic." And just like, it's clearly the creepiest.
Yeah.
So people just buy into their sort of crazy bullshit. But it's still good fun, you know. It's basically just Matt Damon running around. And who doesn't like films where that happens, you know?
He's got a good track record.
No, he does.
Good track record.
There's lots of plot holes in it. For a start, why are the Angels so obsessed with stopping Matt Damon and Emily Blunt getting together, but not bothered about the consequences of what this mission might entail?
Well, is it only the two angels going after them?
No, there's loads of angels going after them.
Really?
Yeah, there's like a whole department.
So you never find out why?
No, you do find out why.
And does it justify the amount of angels chasing just those two?
Well, maybe, but it doesn't justify the amount of change. Because basically, there's a plan, and Damon and Blunt are deviating from the plan by bumping into each other all the time. So they keep trying to stop them bumping into each other by like crashing cars and, you know, knocking people and stuff.
Bloody hell.
But then surely that's deviating from the plan as well. Yeah. So everything's changing because they're trying to stop this one little change. They're changing a trillion other things in the process. So there's that, and then there's these stupid rules. Like, let's assume, because it's basically the truth, that they're angels and God's in charge. They can't figure out what's going on if it's raining, or if they're not wearing their hats. There's these two rules, and it makes no sense. Why would God give them their rules? And they say, like, oh, he or she or whatever likes to limit our powers. I think, what? Water? That limits your powers? That's on a planet that's 2/3 water. I thought no wonder England is shit. When the angels can't do anything when it's wet.
Yeah.
Rain's here.
Country's gone to buggery.
So that's a bit silly. And then there's one angel who just, for no reason, is a blabbermouth. Like, he just tells Matt Damon everything. He's just like, well, why don't we do this? Why don't you do that? It's like, why don't you keep your mouth shut?
Oh my God.
Does God not have a sort of non-disclosure agreement up there?
Well, he should be omnipresent, shouldn't he? He should be able to hear all this.
Well, that's when they go, well, it's not really God and angels. It's ambiguous.
Oh, right.
When it suits them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good, and I like the end.
So for all its cheese, you know, you did enjoy it anyway.
No, I did enjoy it whilst it lasted, but I would probably watch it again if such a situation came up. But it passes the time. It's not a brilliant film. It's a good hour and a half. And when I said just then I liked the end, there's the bit before the end, and then there's the very end. The bit before the end I quite liked, which is where he's like running through the magical doors. Because I just like the effect of it, and it's quite cool. It's a bit like Jumper sort of thing, you know. He goes through one door, he's somewhere else, or it's like that bit in the Matrix with the keymaker. It's the very, very end I disliked, where it just becomes proper cliche bollocks, and you just think like, what, really? For God's sake.
Religious-y stuff, or
no, in Happy Ever After stuff.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't want to spoil it, but yeah.
Right, I think you might have just done.
Well, maybe I meant happy for God. So, what do you know?
Maybe.
Didn't.
Fair enough. I don't plan on watching it.
Don't you?
No.
All right, you would enjoy it if you watched it.
I feel like it's in the same realms as the one I got confused with before, Repo Man and stuff like that. Like,
have you seen Repo Man?
No, I haven't seen any of them. But I'm just saying, like, it was, I don't know, it's just that kind of
I don't know.
throwaway, action-y,
I think it's meant to be better than Repo Man, from what I hear.
Really?
Yeah, Repo Man didn't get very well reviewed at all.
Looked quite good.
Well, that's what you get when you base things on trailers, your opinions. I don't know, Matt Damon's always good. I would never not watch a film Matt Damon's in because he'll be good in it, and he's the main character, so it will be good. And Emily Blunt has been good in everything I've seen her in, except The Wolfman, but everyone was bad in that.
I still haven't seen The Wolfman.
No, don't worry, you're not missing out on anything.
I saw him in Interstellar. He was quite fun in that.
Spoiler alert.
Is it a joke?
We might have to bleep that bit out if that's possible.
Yeah, we can bleep it out.
Well, we're going to have to now.
Anyway, move on.
That's been 10 minutes. That was the last point you made.
So you'd recommend it only if you're bored and it's raining.
If you went round to somebody's house to watch a film and you got there and they said, "We're watching The Adjustment Bureau," don't worry. It's okay.
Don't worry, it's okay. You can live through it.
You'll enjoy it.
And you can forget it. You can probably even talk over it in a social...
No, don't talk through it. Just enjoy it. Because it's alright.
Don't talk through it.
It's not a bad film. I hope I haven't made it seem like a bad film. It's a good film. It's
You've
just not a
made
brilliant
it sound
film.
dumb. Stupid.
I don't think it's stupid. I just don't think it's as clever as it thinks it is.
Is that like the A-Team?
No, it's a bit better than the A-Team.
Oh, God.
Why is that a bad thing?
Well, no, it's just... you hear a lot of people saying that they like the A-Team.
It's the film, the TV series. I've never heard anyone say they like the A-Team, the film.
They're all idiots, the people who say, but no offence if you're an idiot and you like A-Team.
Oh, no, if you like the A-Team, you're an idiot. But, I mean, the A-Team was okay, the film. I thought the A-Team was okay.
I didn't watch it. Why we keep mentioning films I haven't seen?
Because you brought it up. You keep touching my arm. Bye, everybody. Have you got anything else you want to ask about Adjustment Bureau?
No.
Okay, bye.